Sorry guys, occasionally YouTube is extremely annoying because YouTube has this function where it locks in the orientation of the video, and sometimes even when you switch it, so like before starting this video I changed it to landscape mode and then I clicked start and it reset it back to portrait mode for no reason. And once the live stream starts, you can't edit it or change it. It's like locked in permanently for the rest of the video. And even if I flip my phone around, it just flips the image and keeps it in portrait mode. Anyway, it's an extremely annoying YouTube function. And I was using Restream for the last two streams, which was really nice actually. Restream as a platform allows you to change the orientation while you're on stream. Hey Ronald, hey Ignal. So while you're on stream, you can change the orientation. But here, when I'm streaming directly to YouTube without using a secondary platform, it didn't work. I'll tell you what happened yesterday and today. I've been feeling like shit. And the reason I've been feeling like shit is Sunday night I filmed a video. Hey, Waylon. Sunday night I filmed a video about the 4-week update, 1-month update of using gear, steroids, 350 milligrams of testosterone per week. And in that video, so stupid. In that video, I announced that I'm going to stop counting my calories and protein. Because I felt like if I eat when I'm hungry, I'll be fine. Because I've been eating when I'm hungry for the last week or so. And I was fine. Like, so long as I ate when I'm hungry, I would get my calories in and I would get my protein in. I don't have to force feed myself. I don't have to, push myself to eat a certain amount every day. It sometimes gets into a hassle, counting calories, counting protein, counting all this stuff. So what happened yesterday and today was, yesterday and today were 2 days I did not count my calories or protein. And boy, it sucks. I need to count my calories because the moment I'm not consuming enough calories, I literally feel weak and tired all day. I feel weak and tired all day because if I'm short on calories, I'm just feeling weak. And I try to catch up on calories, but if I skip my breakfast or I skip my snack, like when I was counting them, I was very conscious of them. So like by noon, I want to be at 1,500 calories so that by evening I could be at 3,000. Now I'm not counting them. So for all I know, by noon I'm at like 500, 800 calories. And then it's very hard to catch up because then I somehow need to eat 2,000 calories by evening and get my protein in by evening. And if I don't, and I just go to sleep without filling my calorie needs the second day, I wake up in a deficit. So my body is like going into conservation mode. And when my body is in conservation mode, I feel tired all the time. And so yesterday I was like feeling shitty and tired, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna skip the workout today. We're just gonna take a day break. Sorry, I'm walking under a highway, there's lots of cars. So I'm just gonna take a break because I'm feeling so tired. Anyway, today's not much better. I feel the same way as yesterday. I just feel shitty and tired too. So after a 2-3 day break of not counting calories, well, probably 4-day break of not counting calories, I'm going to be back to counting calories and protein. We're going to go back to eating 3,000 calories a day because that's when I feel best. Like, I feel amazing. Yeah, it's a lot of calories to eat, but like at the end of the day, I feel energetic all day. I feel great all day. Yeah, my stomach's full and all this stuff, but like it feels amazing. So it's worth the count, and it's worth the forcing myself to eat all that. So that's the whole point of this experiment, right? We're trying new things. We're trying to see if there's a point to count, if there's a point not to count, how it feels like. So after 4 days of not eating the proper calories, I'm down 2 pounds. I was at 196.5 4 days ago. Highest I've ever been in my life. Today I'm 194.5. So I've gone down 2 pounds from the deficit I've created for myself, which is not bad. I still look good. And 2 pounds isn't even that much of a measurable difference. But if we continue this trend, I'll end up losing a lot of weight quickly. So our, what do you call it? Conclusion? The conclusion of this conversation is we're back to counting calories, we're back to counting protein, and sticking to our diet. And boy, did I not take into account how cold this wind is. I went outside and I'm like, oh, this is okay. This is fine weather. I don't need a sweater. And now that I'm walking, this wind is freezing. The weather without the wind is fine, but with the wind, boy. I should be able to do more pull-ups today. Technically, yeah, but I don't know about my recovery, because we did do pull-ups just a day and a half ago. I don't know if my body's recovered that quickly. I'm gonna jump around and warm up a little bit real quick. Today's quality should be much better than the other days though, so tell me about that. So right now I'm not streaming to 3 platforms, I'm streaming only to YouTube. And the quality should be 1080p instead of 740 or whatever it is usually. 1080 instead of 720. Yo, what's up? Nanad spell. So today should be much better quality on the video, and I'm gonna see if it's worth paying $40 a month to get this high quality on 3 different streams at the same time. And if it is, then I'll switch it to that. So we're streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. But if it's not worth it, then I'll just do YouTube only and get the higher quality here. The other downside is I can't put text on the screen anymore today. Because I'm streaming directly on YouTube, I don't have that special software for writing stuff on the screen. I don't know about delay. There shouldn't be a delay regardless of what I'm using. It's just the quality. Today's video picture quality should be much higher quality. Alright guys, so the goal today is 120 pull-ups and 210 push-ups. And because I don't have weight to ride it anymore, I guess I'll chalk it down on this little curb here and count that way or something. Or maybe in the comments you guys can help me count, because I can't type on my screen today. But I don't see any significant bloat. Well, I don't see any bloating on me. So one of the side effects of using steroids is bloating. I seem fine. My blood tests are coming in next week, and we'll see where we are as far as blood work goes, as far as my current testosterone level, estrogen level, all that other stuff. My liver, my kidneys. Gonna be interesting. Better delay and better image quality. That's good. Where are you located, Nanad Spell? Where in the world are you? Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Alright, we're gonna start with pull-ups. I guess the idea is to get 26 pull-ups today. That'll put us on a new record. Serbia. Do you have to use a VPN to watch me in Serbia, or can you watch me directly? We're gonna aim for 26 pull-ups, which is gonna be a new record at my current weight. That would be nice, but if we don't get it, that's okay, because we did do pull-ups a day, you know, not yesterday, but the day before, 1 day ago, 48 hours ago. No VPN? That's nice. My legs are sore for some reason. I don't remember doing anything with my legs for a while. Like, not sore, but fatigued. Ah, 25. I thought I was gonna get the last one, but my biceps gave out halfway through that one. I felt them jam up. Thanks, Waylon. Привет, Павел. Я давно не тренировался, начал с 1 февраля приседать и отжиматься каждый день по 100 раз. 42 года мне, смотрел тебя, когда мне было 29. Отлично, бугор. Присоединяйся. Hey, straight jacket. I already deleted it. Sorry, straight jacket. I deleted the live stream. I don't think I can say get it back. I was just testing the camera. I was trying to set it up. Stream 127. Yeah, it's gone. $3K what? Guys. Was that 21? Hey, Barb. Was that 21? I think we have to do something new today. I think I'm gonna bail on the pull-ups and push-ups because my chest is still feeling sore and my biceps gave out at 25. So tell me what we're doing today. We're not doing pull-ups or push-ups. We gotta do something else. We could do Q&A or I could do another type of workout. I could do burpees or something, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to do, I will be able to, but I'm gonna hate my life afterwards. 200 push-ups. Pistol squats. Max dead hang. Max dead hang is not actually going to be a real max because I just did 25 pull-ups. Well, I need to eat properly. So the reason I'm not recovering faster, I have the testosterone to recover faster. I just haven't been eating the protein I need to eat, so. Oh, side planks, let's do that. Somebody time me on my side plank. So I'm gonna go for, hey bite. How much am I going for on my side plank? Well, let's do a max. Ready, set, go. Let's go for 2 minutes. If somebody can put stop in all caps when I reach the 2 minute point, that would be highly appreciated. Because I can read all caps from here, but I cannot read lowercase from here. Actually, make that 1 minute. I can't. I'm gonna stop right there. Boom. I think that was 1 minute. We did 1 minute. All right, 1 minute other side now. I'm surprised I did the 1 minute. I didn't think I would. I think that was 1 minute and 10 seconds. All right, 1 minute other side. Ready, set, start. All right, let's do 1 minute and 10 seconds on this side too then. Someone say stop when it's 110. Did we do it? We did it. Thank you. Boom. That was good. That felt good. All right, now we're gonna do a regular plank. How about that? Oh, also, I got hired for that position, estimator for a commercial construction company. So thank you for your support and prayers, guys. I'll be able to afford to invest more money into this. How many pull-ups or push-ups did I do my entire life? I don't know, thousands, no idea. Many thousands. All right, regular plank now. Ready, set, go. Time it. I think my record, and I trained for it a little bit, holding plate with plank was I think 9 minutes was my record, but that was after training for it for like a few weeks or months, I don't remember, but I think I was able to hold it for 9 straight minutes. This is a lot. First thing given out is my shoulders, of all things. Alright, I'm giving up. I don't know how long that was, but my shoulders are the first thing to give out, funny enough. How many bucks an hour does that position earn you in Houston? Oh, the position I got hired for. I thought you were talking about the plank position. I thought you were making a dirty joke. Yeah, it was in middle school. It wasn't middle school, it was in 7th grade. I did 9 minutes. 7th grade. I was skinny. I was 130 pounds, I think. And yeah, I could do it for a really long time. Back then, all I trained was abs and nothing else. Thanks, Waylon. I'll appreciate a mic. That's for sure. My other mic broke. So yeah, I'd be very happy to get another mic, a better one that I can actually not worry about it breaking. It was charging, and when I unplugged it, I don't remember what happened, but I unplugged the charger cord, and the piece where it plugs in came out with the charger cord. Like the metal thing that's supposed to be in there broke off or something. So it no longer charged anymore after that moment, the microphone I had. It was a weird break. Did you start training to impress girls? No, it felt good. Also, I don't think girls are very impressed by how many times you can pull up on a pull-up bar. Like, girls care about how you look, but mostly they care about personality more. If you have the right charisma and you're in relatively decent shape, it doesn't matter how great you look. Like, it becomes a law of diminishing returns. So it definitely wasn't for the girls. 30-minute plank, I have pictures to prove it too. I believe it. Plank, you can train to like hold a plank for hours, and the strength for it builds up pretty quickly, surprisingly. I train to impress dudes. Yeah, I train to beat my own personal records. Yeah, I was made from rubber and magic when I was young, that's for sure. Did your looks help you in the relationship with your ex? No. Zero help. I never got none. Did not help me in any way whatsoever. At all. It becomes a mental fight. Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna do another plank. I'll try to time it this time, so I know how long I'm holding it for. All right, I'll start in 15 seconds, so it's exactly at the 25 mark on my watch. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Planking. My shoulders are giving out. I'm just gonna stop. 1:20. It was a minute and 20 seconds. Bro, what the hell? Why are my shoulders giving out? Oh, why? She did know, but that didn't help at all. She knew my YouTube channel and everything. Some people just don't understand value when they see it, you know? People just value different things. Everyone has their own values, and if you don't align with their values, they don't care what you've achieved in your life. This is me at 194.5. Pounds. I worked out there a few times, but no, we didn't consistently work out. You know, working out was the last of our concerns. Our relationship wasn't working out, much less physically working out together. Since day one we got married, our relationship wasn't working out. 194 is massive. Thank you, C-Boy. When can you watch another Fortnite stream? Believe it or not, because of how shitty I felt today, I played Fortnite for like 2 hours today. I should have streamed it. I'm looking not bad for having gained 10 pounds. Check this out. So I'm, what, 15 pounds heavier than where I started? I'm not looking that fat, you know what I mean? Looking pretty good for having gained 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Not bad if you ask me. Do you play League of Legends? No, I do. Because of my diet, Poetic. So last 4 days, I decided to just try not to count calories and just go with the flow and eat when I'm hungry. Try to get my protein in still. That was a miserable failure. I did not. Shoulders are looking huge. Thank you. My shoulders are hurting from planking. I don't know what that's all about. Shouldn't they be the strongest in a plank chain? But yeah, I tried eating when I'm hungry and counting my protein by eating when I'm hungry, and that did not work out. I gotta really count my calories and stuff. This kid kind of looks fit. Maybe he should start a fitness channel or something. Thank you, Alan, man. I remember you made a video regarding video games being a waste of time. I agree, they're a waste of time, but I'm not so against wasting time nowadays. I thought I was being most optimal and efficient with my time by getting married early, having kids early. But after that whole marriage situation was mostly shit, I realized, hey, it's okay to waste some time here and there and have fun. Because being super optimal isn't always best for your mental health, you know what I mean? Well, I wasn't being optimal. I thought I was. All to say, I'm not as I'm not as smart as I thought I was. So what's cringe? That was the time when he was being cringe. Yeah. Yeah. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I have no idea what that means, Wild. No idea what that means. Why don't we do this? Why don't I just do actual live daytime stream, live stream when we go and eat some In-N-Out on stream? Why don't we do that? Because I need to get some food in. You know, as much as people talk about diet and stuff, when you're on steroids, diet becomes extremely important because you have to force feed yourself all the time. Otherwise, your metabolism is really high. So one of the things testosterone does is it speeds up your metabolism, which is why your resting temperature kind of goes up a little, and your resting heart rate goes up a little because your body's working harder all the time, metabolizing everything in your body and building stuff. So with the increased metabolism, you need to eat, triple burger, In-N-Out. I always do a triple burger. So you need to force yourself to eat, because if you just eat when you're hungry, like I'm doing now, you end up not eating as much as you should be eating, and then your body can't recover quickly enough. So counting your stuff, it becomes very important when you're taking testosterone. You could do 2 streams a day you'd watch. I can stream all day, but my life is pretty boring. I don't know if somebody's gonna watch me doing boring things all day. Thor eats about 12,000 calories a day, but he's also 450 pounds. Yeah, you're never gonna catch me eating 12,000 calories a day. I'm struggling eating up to 4,000 a day. No, thank you. I'm gonna stick with 3,000 calories a day and 200 grams of protein a day, and I'm happy with that. Doesn't your stomach expand? It's not hard to eat. It's hard to not forget to eat. Does that make sense? So I have no trouble actually eating the food. I have trouble remembering to eat because I don't usually feel hungry that often. And so a day can go by and I'll eat 2 meals a day, maybe a total of 1,500 calories, half of what I'm supposed to be eating, which is why I lost 2 pounds in the last 4 days, because I'm in a severe calorie deficit. And even then, I thought I was eating enough. Like I was eating an extra, like I thought I was eating enough, but apparently my meals got smaller because I wasn't weighing everything. Because back the first 4 weeks, I weighed every single thing I ate. Even the freaking dressing. I would weigh the Chick-fil-A dressing before I put it into my food so I know how many calories I'm eating. Everything got weighed. And right now, since I'm not weighing, sorry, Andrea. Yeah, there's no Facebook stream today. I gotta pay $40 to stream on 3 platforms at the same time, and for it to be good quality. And I don't know if it's worth it right now to pay $40 a month for that. So we'll see. For now, we're just gonna stick to YouTube for a little while. Yeah, that's what I look like now. Anyway, we're gonna. Yeah, I use a platform. You count carbohydrates. What's up, Amirul? We're gonna go eat. I do not have the energy to work out today because I am low on food. So this is gonna be an eating stream. How about that? You guys okay with that? Also, I don't know if you guys remember, last time I came over here. Thanks, Dre. Hey, Paul, have you seen the Epstein file situation? What do you think about it all? To me, it's kind of scary stuff, what the elites are doing. I mean, to me, because it's been coming out slowly over some time now. Anyway, last time I came here and I had that little light that I was using to shine on my face, I forgot it here, and I came the next day and it was not here anymore, so somebody took my light. So the light I took to bring with me to the park that was on battery, I freaking lost. So apologies there. Good thing it was only like $15, so it wasn't a big light, but I lost that. That's why I gotta start carrying. I used to carry a backpack, but now that I don't carry a backpack, occasionally I forget stuff. Well, I guess that was the only time I forgot something that I can remember, actually. So things aren't so dire. But Epstein files, so that's been coming out for over the many years. Pedophilia. And honestly, it's just a confirmation for me. So in my head, for you to be extremely successful in earning money, right, to become multi-billionaire, you need to be low-key a psychopath and lack empathy, because you're gonna need to treat systems and companies and money like a machine. So if somebody isn't performing well, you fire them, you replace them. If a certain system is not working, you cut that arm off, you burn that whole branch of employees, metaphorically speaking. So you low-key need to be low-key a little bit a psychopath to be extremely financially successful. Well, what do you do when you take a bunch of psychopaths who are multi-billionaires who don't care that much about people because they care about the final outcome more than they care about the people, and they can just fire anybody whenever, they can cut off an arm of the business that isn't being profitable. So if you have those psychopathic tendencies and you have all this money and you have all this free time, so one thing that money does is it buys you time. So when you have a lot of free time and all of a sudden you're free and rich, you have all these new things open up to you, right? And sometimes you get bored of the regular things, like buying a nice car. What's next? Let's buy a yacht. Let's buy a jet ski. What's next? Let's buy a little island. Let's buy real estate. What's next? So you start, in order to get your dopamine rush and dopamine high, you're like, all right, well, I'm so big and powerful and rich and have so many connections. What's the next thing I can get away with? And so it becomes a thing of like chasing dopamine of what can I get away with? Like, I got away with so much in this life. I basically have a cheat code on which I can buy anything and anyone. And then when people get in your way, you're like, okay, look, I can cut off branches of God. Like, you become power hungry. Maybe even not even power hungry. You become gluttonous with power, and you're like, okay, what's next? This guy's in my way. I need to get rid of this guy. Hey, I know somebody who served in the military, and who was a stealth attack trained soldier. Do I think if I paid him $3 million, he can take that guy out for me without anybody finding out? And the answer probably is yeah. That guy probably isn't rich. $3 million would change his life. And he probably killed people before because he was at war before, so he doesn't care about lives that much because he's a little bit insensitized to it. And if I tell him he's a bad guy and like he's a terrible person, he needs to go, and he'll get $3 million for it, he could just take him out, and boom, you just created Hitman. Why? Because you can afford to. And why? Because you live life on cheat codes and you can get away with most things. And so it just keeps going. Like, why sleep with 50-year-old women when I can sleep with 18-year-olds? Oh, why 18-year-olds when I could do 14-year-olds? And so it's just a never-ending thing with people who are power hungry, with people who have unlimited cheat codes in life and can't get away with most things and buy their way out, plus mixed with psychopathic tendencies because they don't need empathy. Well, they kind of cut off, even if they had empathy at some point, they have to cut that off in their lives in order to be successful financially, because you need to treat people like machines in order to get to where you want to be. And at that point, it's just all a matter of what can I get away with? What new things can I try that nobody's ever tried before and be okay with it? You know what I mean? And so that's just the thing that happens. So I always suspected that rich people would be doing this stuff. I'm just surprised it took this long for it all to come out. So that's my take on the Epstein files. I'm surprised it took so many decades of all these atrocities that have happened to finally come out, and that nobody's arrested, nothing's been done. But also a little bit surprised that it actually did come out, because part of me was like, well, this should have been very well known and widespread way back in the day. But now also, like, I'm surprised it actually did come out, because like I feel like it would be hidden and people would find ways for it not to prevent it from coming out. But thankfully there's enough people with integrity that they would leak files and all this stuff. So in a way, it's good that it's all coming out, and hopefully justice will be served. None of them are doing time yet, but yeah, I hope there would be more justice and it would be earlier, and people will pay for their wrongdoings sooner rather than later. That's for sure. That's where I stand on that. I need to get a different selfie stick. I'm carrying this big ass selfie stick with me, tripod. It is heavy. None of them are doing time. If I steal a bread to feed a family, I go to jail. Well, that's you can get away with stuff like that if you have money. You can pay people off, you can buy judges, you can bribe people, you can bribe the jury, you can bribe lawyers, you can bribe all kinds of people when you have money. And so it's low-key a cheat code. But one thing you can't bribe is integrity. But a lot of people will sell their integrity for the right dollar amount. So that's the thing. With all those muscles, how could your tripod be heavy? It just is. Whoops. You like the adventure stream? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Because I'm gonna be going on public space, I'm gonna put on some ear pods, and we'll see if you can hear me on the ear pods. Because we're gonna go for a drive right now, and we'll see if you can hear me through the ear pods. My internet's gonna become glitchy when I walk into the house, because I have brick walls in the house. No, I think the house may have gotten locked. I didn't bring car keys with me. I think we'll be okay though. My roommates locked me out of the house. Oh, there we go. Hey, thank you. I didn't bring keys with me.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I was downstairs.
Yeah. I was gonna call you or Terry if nobody was gonna open.
I just don't like the door to be unlocked at night.
Yeah, I agree. No, sorry. Yeah, I should have grabbed my keys.
It's okay. I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah, I'll grab my keys. I'm leaving again. This and the tripod. Is Ken still living here? No, Ken is in New York. All right, let me reset my tripod real quick. Boom. So I'm not carrying this big old thing around with me. There we go. It's coming off. Whoops. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Boom. He lived in New York. He was just visiting me, you know? He didn't live here. He was just visiting. All right, here we go. If I was to guess, I would say about 10, 12 pounds of my weight is water. The rest is muscle. So a total of 17, 15, 17 pounds gained. 12. Well, look, I'm supposed to gain in 4 months at 500 milligrams of testosterone with proper diet and exercise. I'm supposed to gain about 12 pounds of muscle in 4 months. We're 1 month in. So I should have gained 3 or 4 pounds of muscle in the first month. But I am at a lower dose. I'm only at 350 milligrams. So yeah, I'd say I probably gained 2 or 3 pounds of muscle. The rest is either water weight or fat or just lean muscle. That's what I'll say. That's what I think.
Both of you are leaving me.
Well, have a good time at home. I'll lock it. I have a key. Thank you. Hello. Kim and the dogs are gone for like 3 weeks, so you don't need to watch out for the parking spaces or anything. Huh?
I guess I hit my button. What was you saying now about?
Kim and the dogs are gone for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, so no need to watch out for the parking or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just my car now.
Do we have any, what do you call them? The one guy that came in, he left?
No, nobody.
Okay. All right.
I think somebody at the very end of February, but not for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just us.
All right. I'll holler at you later.
Later.
I brought that up, but I left the green one out there because it still had stuff in it.
Yeah, they picked those up on Saturdays.
So that only needs to go out. I didn't put it out, but I brought that one up. But
No
that
worries.
one just goes out on Saturdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't remember if it was Thursday or Saturday, so I put it out just in case.
Oh, okay.
But if it's full, then it's Saturday.
Yeah, it was full, and I brought that one up to the
All right, here we go. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, he has a southern accent. He's in the South. There's also a place where waitresses treat you intentionally rude. Do you have that? I think they have that in New York. They have a place in New York that does that. We don't have that. You can't hear me? No sound at all? Well, we have a situation here, guys. Can you hear me now? Okay, so the situation is I don't remember the directions to in and out. That's the situation. And I can't really look it up because I have my phone streaming. So what do we do? This tripod's pretty cool because it has stabilization. So even though I'm driving and it's a little bumpy, you can look it up for me. Are you gonna give me directions on stream? That's funny. All right, well, tell me the one in the Woodlands. Where is that one? The Woodlands, Texas. There's an In-N-Out there, and I'm driving north off of I-45. So maybe you can tell me based on that. Should have turned right there. Now, I know how to get to the Woodlands. I don't know where the In-N-Out is in the Woodlands. And I know which exit to take. That's about it. The rest I'm gonna have to figure out. In-N-Out is a burger place. Alright, I think if I get to the Woodlands, I could probably muscle memory my way to In-N-Out. My brain muscle memory. That's not a thing, but for our intents and purposes, it is a thing. Also, I need to buy some glasses that do live filming while I'm walking. That way I don't have to look super suspicious walking around with my phone in my hand, ordering and stuff. But for now, this will have to do. And yeah, somebody asked me if the tattoo on my arm is real and permanent, and the answer is yes, it is. Forgot who asked it earlier. Let me wipe the screen real quick. It's a little foggy. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where to set my little tripod. There we go. I think that's the best case scenario, is this position right here. Get off at 77, then turn left on Lake Woodlands Drive. All right, thank you. I can follow that. That's pretty straightforward. I can follow that. There we go. It's a good location for the tripod. That's working out for me a little bit. Your new job will be estimating prices for construction jobs. Do I recall correctly? Yeah, Ignal, that's correct. I think position for my job could be between anywhere, I don't know, depending in the you asked me how much it pays in the United States. I think it's anywhere between like 50,000 and 110,000 a year, depending on the complexity of the jobs you're estimating. But I think that's the range. Some people make, well, yeah, I don't think it goes up higher than 110, unless you're doing other things too in the company. I think 110 is the maximum you can make doing estimates as an employee. I think anything beyond that, you either subcontract out or you have an estimating company that you do for lots of and outsource. If you're trying to make more just doing estimates, there's other ways to go about it. But yeah, if you're just gonna be estimating as an employee for a company, 110 is the maximum, I believe, for that position, and I think 50,000 is the minimum. And for that, you need a good chunk of experience, and you need, mostly what they want to know is that you know how to use their software really well, because a lot of them use different softwares. So if you have no college education but you're good at math, and you were to take all the different software courses that people use, like there's only like 5 or 10 different softwares that people really use in project. That's really all they want to know is you come in and you say, hey, I'm extremely familiar with the software. I've estimated 50 jobs on it, even if the jobs were, things you have estimated, but I've estimated 50 jobs using that software within 3% of the actual cost of the job, like within 3% margin of error. And these are the types of jobs I estimated. Give them a little portfolio of projects you've done and that they actually were executed on the budgets you've created. And in most cases, that'll be enough to show people that you know what you're talking about, you have experience in it, and you can pretty much work in that industry. But yeah, I learned that over the years, because I've been in construction. I pretty much wore every hat: superintendent, project manager, construction worker, foreman, everything, estimator, salesperson. So I've pretty much wore every hat in construction. And so estimating's chill. It's harder to find people who estimate well. So it's a little bit less competition than the other positions in construction. But overall, exit 77, he said, okay. Let me not miss my exit, because then I need to look up instructions how to get back to where I was. As we were saying, but yeah, that pretty much covers it. On the right hand circle to get on Lake Woodlands Drive. Okay, thanks. If I get on Lake Woodlands, I think I'll figure it out from there, because I've eaten there before. It's not going to be my first time. Should I go inside In-N-Out while streaming and order while streaming? Or should I get a drive-through as to not be that pretentious online streamer that everybody hates? And like, why the hell is this guy streaming while eating his burger? Be pretentious. 2026. О, привет. Анкува. Спасибо за поддержку, что присоединился. Рад, что мог тебе помочь. Мы сейчас едем кушать бургеры. Here in Romania, you get lucky to get a salary of over 12K per year. We have like the highest home ownership on earth. Yeah, I can see that. But, you know, in the US, pay is high, but so is rent. Like, a one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco is like $6,000 a month just to live there, per month. So it depends where you live and all this other stuff. Estimating job in San Francisco probably pay like $160 a year though, I would imagine. I'm bulking, Stanley. I'm almost at 200 pounds. I'm at 195 right now. I'm 194 and a half. I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life right now. So definitely bulking. I don't think they have music at In-N-Outs, do they? Do In-N-Outs have music? I don't think they have music. Shoot. I took the exit, but I'm not seeing a left on Lake, whatever that was, Lake, whatever. Drive. Yeah, In-N-Outs don't have music playing, so I think we'll be fine on the music. But people are gonna look at me sideways. Dude. Don't cut me off. What the hell are you doing? I took the exit, but I'm not seeing Lake Drive unless I passed it, which I don't think I did. Because I have been paying attention somewhat. Alright, so I took exit 77. And I'm passing Research Forest Drive. Do I turn left on Research Forest or do I drive straight? Somebody help me out. Did I pass it? Do I need to do a U-turn? I think I was supposed to take exit 76A, to be honest with you. I think I went too far. I think 76A I should, or 76B, not 77. I pay one bedroom apartment $320 in the outskirts of Serbia capital. Average pay is $700. That's not bad at all. I think I did. I don't know. I think I passed my exit. I did take exit 77, but I think it was supposed to be 76A or B. Too far above it. Yeah, I thought so. Well, now I have to pass one more intersection because I'm standing to go straight. It's okay. I thought I passed it. Yeah, I thought I was supposed to take 76B from my memory, but that's okay. What is it? 4-minute detour or something like that. How hard were the interviews for the new job? So none of the interviews are difficult. Believe it or not, on this last interview I went to, they did not ask me a single question. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. On this last interview I went to, they did not ask me a single question. It was an hour and 15 minutes interview. The entire time, they told me about what the job description is, about what their company does, what they specialize in, all this stuff. For about 20 to 30 minutes, they told me all that stuff, and they did not ask me a single question, which was a little strange, but, you know, like, people aren't trained how to be interviewers, especially in construction. A lot of construction companies, they're ran by people who are just good at what they do, and they just open their own company and they start building, and they don't go to interview or training or any of that. So that being said, there's like Woodlands Drive. We're doing good. That being said, they didn't ask me a single question, so I had to just elaborate on what they were telling me. So when they volunteered all this information about, this is the type of job that we are looking for, this is the type of person that will be fitting this job, blah blah blah. Hey Zork. I had to be like, well, this is exactly down the line of work I've been doing, and I have experience with this specific line of work, and let me tell you a few examples of the jobs I've done or estimated that were exactly the type of jobs that, there's the mall ring. We did it, Waylon, I think we're here. Let me tell you about a few jobs that I've estimated that are just exactly the type of jobs you're describing. And I told them, like, hey, there's several Take 5 oil changes I've estimated. There's a, Salentos clinic that I've estimated the job for. The earthwork for gas stations, Circle K gas stations, I've estimated for. This is how I went about it. First, you calculate the volume of the dirt that needs to be moved. Then you read the geotechnical report made by the geotechnical engineer. And once you read the geotechnical, you know what to do, all this stuff. And so basically, by volunteering information to them, little by little, they see if you're a good fit or not. So it's not difficult because they really didn't ask me questions. They're just trying to get to know you and see if you're going to be a good fit for the job. So a lot of Thanks for the Bluetooth device advice. Yeah, it was a Bluetooth device. I didn't even know it connected to a Bluetooth device. Can you hear me now? All right, cool. What were we talking about? Oh, the job. So yeah, basically I elaborated on their answers. And what I said is a lot of jobs and interviews, they're not so much about expertise, they're about people skills. Most interviews rely fully on people skills, not even about your technical expertise. It's your ability to mirror back what the interviewer is asking you, to be personable, to connect well. Because so much about workload and just jobs in general is about being a team, like being a good team member, being able to communicate effectively with other team members, to connect well with the owner, to connect well with whoever your higher ups are, that they can rely on you, that you can tell them exactly, all this stuff. Which is why a lot of incompetent people who have good people skills end up in higher positions, because they connected well with the owner or whoever they have to answer to, the manager, and the manager's like, I can work with this guy. This guy's good. Like, he's good for me. But as far as competency goes, they suck at their job. But because they have good people skills, they're able to secure those positions. And why also at the same time, if you have extremely high technical skills and have no people skills, people might not hire you even though you are the best fit for the job, because you aren't able to effectively communicate with whoever you're answering to. They're going to give the job to somebody else, as much as that sucks. Anyway, what I was saying is I was pulling up to In-N-Out. Thanks for the Bluetooth advice, by the way. It did, yeah, it was a 1.5-hour interview. It was insane. The In-N-Out is packed. We're going to be standing there for a while. So what I'm going to do is, the moment we walk into In-N-Out, it's going to be super loud because it's packed. There's a line. Let me show you. You see all those cars right there? Oh, shoot. My phone has astigmatism. All right, let me wipe the pupils on my phone. All right, you see that big line of cars with the red lights? That circles all the way around the parking lot and goes through to the drive-through. So this place is going to be packed. So we're just going to go order. That's what we're going to do. Check it out. Check out these cars. No, driving through is not going to be more helpful because it's going to suck just as much. Whoop. It's going to suck so much doing that too. Look at that line. My phone straight up has astigmatism, I'm telling you. I got some oil on it or something. I don't know why it's doing that. It's packed in here. The state of Texas is 3 times the size of your country. Yeah, I had to park far away. Everything here is packed. The inside is actually way less packed. The outside is packed. I think everybody's getting back home from work. Let me get my wallet ready. Yeah, doing good. I'd like a double meat hamburger with an extra patty, whole grilled onion, a fry in the water. Yeah, here. double meat. Can you make it 2 extra patties actually? Cool. No cheese, right? Awesome. Thanks so much. Please go ahead. My gyroscope worked. There we go. Damn it, it's stuck. There we go. Some water.
Yes, 77, yes, 84, yes, 82, please. Yes, 77, yes, 84, yes, 82, please.
I ordered, here I'll show you, In-N-Out. Double meat with 2 extra patties, a fry in the water. $10.45.
Yes, 85, please. Yes, 85.
Number
please.
87, they're gonna call me out. What did it cost everything? That's hilarious. Your grandfather lives down Research Drive? That's cool. That's super close to where I'm at. Protein content. I think the protein content is in this meal is I think 50 grams of protein. Can somebody look up? I have it written down in my notes, but I can't look that up. But from memory, I think it's 15 grams of protein for the burger with one regular hamburger, and then I think it's 8 extra grams per patty. So 8 times 3, that's 24. 24 plus 15. 24 plus 15 is what, 39? So we're at 39, and I think there's 6 grams of protein in the fries. 39 plus 6, we're at 45 grams. So somewhere around 45 to 50 grams of protein in this meal, and it's probably going to be around 1,000 calories. 1,000 calories, 50 grams of protein, something like that. How many grams total food? I don't know. I don't count grams for the food. I count grams for protein, and then I count calories. I don't know the total weight for the grams of the food. Thank you, Stanley. I want to go inside, but I don't want to be the loser that talks to his camera sitting right next to people, because it's pretty packed in there. Check it out. So if I go in there, double hamburger, you're probably looking at double Waylon. It's a double meat hamburger. It's not a double. I don't have any cheese in it. The cheese has a lot of calories, but also has a lot of protein. So it's not a double. It's a quadruple meat hamburger with no cheese. I was off by 1 gram. So 16 grams for the hamburger, plus 8 grams per patty, right? So it's gonna be, I think it's 8 grams per patty. Still 64? It seems like a little much. Because the 16 is for the full burger. That includes the bread, because the bread has protein in it too. I think just a piece of patty, one patty from In-N-Out is 100 calories. One patty is 100 calories. And I do not recall how many grams of protein it is, to be honest with you. No idea. Don't remember. Quadruple bypass burger. But it's less. A patty definitely has less grams than a hamburger, a full hamburger. Do you have McDonald's and Burger King in Romania? Yeah, I don't think Chicago has an In-N-Out. Alright, I'm gonna go inside. It's cold out here. I don't care how I look to others. I don't want to freeze out here. Single patty, 10 grams. Thank you, sir.
What? Dude. Okay. I need you to help clear the put the trash in the trays. Pick the trays. If I'm letting you do them.
Here you go. For me.
Yes, 88, please, 88.
Who asked me about the tattoos? Broken Dreams? I have a tattoo. That's my opinion on tattoos. Obviously not against them. No, I don't. No ketchup.
We need to finish. Everyone exhausted.
Nope, Mom said no. You already had two. This is my second.
Are you done? Please finish.
Yeah, you know it will. It's over. I think it's over 1,000 calories to be honest. Sriracha would be good. The reason I don't do ranch is it's high in calories and like no protein. So I try to stay away with high calorie, low protein dressings as much as I can. I mean, this has it. This has it too, like high calories, but it's not as high as like ketchup. The Chick-fil-A sauce ketchup that they have, those little ones, the little packets of the Chick-fil-A sauce ketchup, I think it's like 120 calories for that little thing. It's super high in calories, nothing good about it. American ketchup is different. American ketchup is very high in calories. I don't think it matters how many meals a day you have. What matters is total calorie consumption. I think that's all that really matters.
Guest 95, guest 94, guest 92, please. Guest 93, please. Guest 96, please. Guest
Yeah,
96.
I'll stream tomorrow, probably same time as today, just 30 minutes earlier, 6 p.m. Central Time. You guys might know this already, but on the bottom of the In-N-Out fries, they have a Bible verse written, and on the bottom of their soda cups, they have a Bible verse written as well.
Guest 98, please. Guest 98.
This is the bottom of the fries cup. Proverbs 24:16. I don't remember what it says there, but I think it's like a righteous man will fall 7 times and get back up. So if a patty is 10 grams of protein, hamburger is 16 plus 30 is 46 plus whatever's in the fries. I think fries are 6 grams of protein, so we're at 52 grams for this meal. What's dirty bulking? Yeah, I just finished. Thanks so much. Is there some kind of event with all the cars outside? Do you know? Because the drive-thru is like backed up all the way.
That's just enough. That's just how it
You guys always like that?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm telling you,
Yes,
like
97, please.
like 8
97.
people looked at me weird. I was sitting there talking to a camera. I kind of don't care, but I also kind of care. Because I don't want people to look at me weird. Man, I got hiccups from that pepper. I keep wanting to hiccup that green pepper I ate. That was spicy. to Romania, I can order 2.5 kilos pizza for like $20. Is that okay price compared to US? 6-pound pizza. Well, here you're gonna pay for a regular pizza $20. I don't know what a 6-pound pizza is. That sounds like a huge pizza. Oh, I will. I have seen the same people again and again several times at various stores. I have good, well, sometimes I have good face memory, sometimes I don't, but I have recognized people I've seen before at various stores because people have routines, and I have a routine. And usually after my workout, I used to go to In-N-Out every single day. So like I would work out and then I'd go to In-N-Out at the same exact time every single day. And a lot of people also have routines. And so they show up at In-N-Out at the same time every single day, just like me. And so I end up seeing the same people, which is okay. Like, I don't mind. The girl was really sweet, the worker that took my lunch, but she did look at me like 3 times. She's like, what the hell is this guy doing on his phone? That's okay though. The one that took my tray and was like, are you done? FM, keep doing you. This is not me. That's the thing. I don't stream myself eating at In-N-Out. I just sit down, I eat. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's not like I was gonna talk to them anyway. I may as well talk to you guys and just eat quietly to myself, I guess. I don't know. What is you, right? That's the question. What is you? We said just be you. What is you? What is me? Do you prefer Pavel or Paul? I don't have a preference, mainly because Russians call me Pavel anyway, because that's my Russian name. Americans call me Paul, and I don't mind it. For Patty Burger. No, she was looking at me because my phone. Also, like, you don't understand the setup. Like, I have this big ass tripod sitting on the table that looks weird. It's like, it looks like this big contraption. Like, it's not a small iPhone stand that I just put on my table while I was eating. This like gyroscopic tripod on my table filming me eat. It's not necessarily the thing you see every day. They're like, what is this technology and why is it here right now? Real true diehard fans call you Fortress. I do have like 2 friends that call me Fortress, like, because they met me through YouTube and they just like in their head I'm Fortress, and so they always call me Fortress. What's your night routine? Reading, workout ideas, meditating. No, none of the above. My nighttime routine is workout stream, Lake Woodlands. My nighttime routine is I stream, then I go home and I have a dinner, then I go on my computer and I edit video shorts and scroll on social media and post stuff on social media. When I do. When I don't, I just scroll social media and don't post anything. And then I come back down to my bedroom and go to sleep, essentially. pretty straightforward, very easy routine. That's all there is to it. Bulk to 300 pounds? Never. Even at 200 pounds, I feel heavy. Why would I ever get that big? Also, I'm very happy with how I look right now, actually. So, like, I can put on a little bit more muscle, maybe get to 220. Anything over 220, I'm gonna be too big. Like, that's not a size I want to be. Like, that's too big for me. Like, I want to look in the mirror and look happy with myself and be aesthetic and be like, all right, I look great. That's where I want to be. And mainly, it's not even about the physical looks as much as it is about my feats of strength achievements. So I want to achieve like pretty good feats of strength. Let me through. Thank you. And those feats of strength that I want to achieve are, what are they? Pull-ups, push-ups, all that other stuff. So anything over 220, shoot, is going to be nearly impossible to get to those numbers. So definitely my preference is to not put on too much weight, that's for sure. That was a really good burger. That was a good burger, what can I say? 100 kilos? Yeah, I don't want to go over 100 kilos. Yeah, I'm 5'9". Do the people you live with look at your YouTube videos? No, I don't think they even know I have a YouTube channel. I don't think they know I have a YouTube channel. I keep my... Okay, it's very ironic, but none of my friends know I have a YouTube channel until, like, they accidentally, one of them finds out and they start telling everybody. My cousin, I have a cousin, he found out this year I had a YouTube channel. And we've known each other for a very long time. Like, I don't tell anybody that I do fitness, that I post on the internet, that I have a YouTube channel, anyone personally, because, like, they don't care, they don't work out, you know what I mean? Like, I can care less if they watch me. My YouTube channel and everything else is for people who actually are interested in me and want to watch me and want to know all this stuff. Cool, watch me if you'd like, but I'm not gonna go and try to solicit my friends. No, like, it's just strange. Like, even at my church, nobody. I was in a good position in church back in the day. Like, I was one of the leaders and youth leaders and helped with teens groups and all this other stuff. I wouldn't tell anybody ever that I have a YouTube channel. Why? Like, if I was posting content that was relevant, get into working out, they're asking me questions, I'll give them advice. But if they're asking more specific questions about content I've made, like, hey, how do I learn this? Then I just like, hey, I have a YouTube video on that. Here's a video link. If it's relevant to them, I will for sure tell them. But I'm never gonna volunteer that information to someone who doesn't seem interested in it at all. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. It has been weird. When I was in college, a guy came up to me. I was a freshman year in college in UC Davis. This guy came up to me, like a fit guy, and he's like, "Hey, dude, are you Fortress from YouTube?" Because back then I was getting millions of views. Lots of people knew me and more likely to be recognized. He's like, "Are you Fortress from the fitness channel?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What the hell, dude? What are you doing here?" I was like, "I go to college here." He's like, "I never thought, like, I didn't know where you live. I didn't know what country you live in, what state, nothing. Like, I just watched your videos, and now I just came across it. Like, this is insane. Come over to our college party. We're doing a party this weekend. Come by, like, my house. I don't remember fraternity or house. I think it's just his house." So I come by his house, and everybody's like, "So, what are you studying? What are you interested in?" Like, asking me, like, regular questions, right? And I'm like, "Well, I'm into fitness, studying biological sciences, majoring in whatever, exercise biology at the time." So I tell them that, and he's like, and I'm introducing myself this way to, like, the people at the party, and he comes in and he's like, "No, dude, this guy's a famous YouTuber. Like, he does famous YouTube videos and, like, famous, like, straight up social media star." And so he's, like, hyping me up in front of everybody. And I was like, "Dude, it's not even a big deal. Like, I'm not even that famous. Because I don't think I'm famous. Like, I mean, some of my videos got a few million views. That's about it. But like, I'm not like famous. You know what I mean? So all that to say, and he was like, no, dude, you got to tell people about who you are and what you do. And I was like, but this isn't what I do. Like, I just posted a few videos. They happen to gather millions of views. People happen to like them. But like, that's not my identity. Like, my identity is like my career, where I want to grow and all this stuff. And he was like shocked, and at the same time like looked at me weird, like, dude, why wouldn't you be proud of that? And I was like, no, I'm proud of it. I'm not proud of it, but it's just a weird thing to talk about. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about this whole YouTube thing. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I have a bad point of reference, a bad mental frame for how I view it. And if so, maybe it needs to be revisited and looked at in a different light, because at the end of the day, the way we frame things in our mind determines how we act on them and what we do about them. Now restaurant mukbang vlogs, that's funny. But yeah, that was back in the college days. That was what? I'm 31. I was 19 at the time, so you do the math. 12 years ago? How much did you weigh in your 40 pull-ups in a row video? In my 40 pull-ups in a row video, I weighed 145 pounds. So I was 50 pounds lighter than today. I think if I go on a cut and I honestly, like I go on an actual cut and I honestly lose 50 pounds, I'll be able to do those same numbers again. The fact that I'm 50 pounds heavier makes pull-ups a lot harder, and so I'm able to do less reps. But if I get to 30 or 35 reps at my current weight and then I cut, I'm juice head. Then I'm gonna be beating all my records. If I get at my current weight to 25, 30, well, I'm already at 25. If I get to 35 pull-ups at 200 pounds, boy, and then I cut and I take 40 pounds off me, like imagine learning to do 35 pull-ups with 40 pounds on you, and then you drop 40 pounds, how many more you could do. So I would be very impressive. Even at 175, your numbers would increase by a lot. Exactly. But I'm just like taking it to extremes because, like, imagine, you know what I mean? When is my birthday? Do you want to know my social security number as well? What did you get up to in your absence from social media? I worked sunrise to sunset in construction, trying to provide for my family. So that's what I did. You mean like in absence of posting on social media? That's exactly what I did. I just worked all the time. And then I was always mentally exhausted and like emotionally drained from the arguments I had to go through at home all the time. So that was pretty bad, all things considered. And that really kills you. So you really have zero motivation to really do anything or pursue anything. And as much as I did pursue things and like try to make it happen, there was nothing left in me. There was no juice left to be squeezed. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. Man, how time flies. What's the goal for your 30s to be satisfied and accomplished? Well, I don't want to say all of it, but I want to spend more unsupervised time with my children. And for that, I need custody. That's a huge thing because I love my children. And right now, she doesn't let me spend any unsupervised time with them. And the reason that happened is because I signed our divorce decree without hiring a lawyer because I couldn't afford a lawyer. And she was telling me like, oh, you're not going to get this, you're not going to get that. And I just believed her and I just signed it. And literally anyone I talked to, they're like, that was bullshit. You shouldn't have believed her. You should have went and contested it. Even without a lawyer, the fact that you showed up and contested it, even without a lawyer, you could have gotten better position with your children and everything. But anyway, I got fucked over there. So I want to get that fixed, have a stable income, and get back to my peak shape. So those 3 things are great. Now, none of these things, like, the journey is where the happiness happens, right? So the fact that I'm getting to where I want to be, that's happy struggle, as I call it. So it's struggling. Where are you from? I'm from Russia, Ronald. So it's a struggle, but it's a happy struggle because you're getting to where you want to be. When I'm finally there, new things will come about that I want to pursue. So if I reach that, it's not like I've reached the destination and boom, from this point on, I'm always happy. No, not at all. What's going to happen is, excuse me, I had to burp there a little. What's going to happen is once I get there, I'm going to have to find you también, Sao Paulo. Oh, Pablo. I thought you were asking me, because in Spanish my name is Pablo. So yeah, the journey is where the satisfaction and fulfillment happens, not the destination. The destination, it gives you a short spurt of dopamine release, like boom, I'm here. But as soon as that happens, you need to find something new to pursue, because being there and just staying there, you're gonna slowly, not only do you almost instantly become accustomed to that new level of existence, we as beings are created to pursue something higher all the time. So you need to create new goals and pursue those goals. But also, I live by one fundamental rule in my life. And that rule is, you have to take the next right step, and then the next following step will reveal itself when you take the step that you know to take. So the current step that I know to take that feels right for me is get back into my peak shape, get better custody revision for my kids, and become financially stable. And for that, we just got a job, and that job is going to help provide the finances for the custody situation, and then me working out and being accountable to you guys on streams as I work out are all great things to be getting there. And then just to spice it up a little bit, I threw in gear in there to try to get, the second objective quicker of getting in shape. But also, it's an experiment. I love experimenting. I love trying new things. Just as a person, I love exploring everything this life has to offer, and this was just one thing I wanted to explore. Like, steroids have been around for a while, testosterone, everything's been around for a while. Like, none of this stuff is new. Arnold Schwarzenegger used it, a bunch of people used it, and because there's so much research about it, and now that I've had the time to research a lot about it, I'm like, hey, I feel like I could do this safely, have a good time, see how my body reacts to it, see how I like it or don't like it, and just go with it. So that's what I'm doing now, is like, I want to see how I feel on it, how I look, all this stuff. And then after this whole thing is over, I'm going to see, how my body recovers and all this stuff. And I'm taking every precaution. So overall, I think this is going to be a great experience. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I agree. Fortress Fitness app would be a good money maker. So in my heart, I'm an inventor. I have a few fitness ideas of stuff I want to make. One of them occurred to me not long ago. I've invented a few things in construction too, but because I didn't patent it, some of them got stolen. One of my products is called Bucket Saver. It's a silicone bucket liner that goes inside of a plastic bucket that people mix thin set in, but it's 100% non-stick. So you can leave the thin set that people use to install tile. It's like a cementous mortar. You can leave it in the bucket, and you can have it dry 100%. And then you take the silicone liner out, flip it inside out into a trash bag. It empties itself. And you put the liner back in. It's also metal resistant, so it doesn't tear. So people can reuse the same plastic bucket for several years in a row instead of having to buy a new one every time they forget to take their mortar out of it, or clean the mortar out while they're doing tile. Because mortar that's used for setting tile dries in like 2 hours, and it's dry. And so you have to work really fast. But if you have this silicone bucket liner, you don't have to do that. So I invented that thing. I started producing it in China. Then the Chinese factory where I started producing it created lots of different variations of it and started publishing it on Amazon and everywhere else, and basically bypassing me as the seller. And I didn't have the money at the time to patent the thing. And so I just thought, hey, I'm going to make it first to market and everybody's going to know my brand and I'll succeed. And that didn't work. Then I did the same thing with Craftix World. Another one of my inventions is I 3D printed and created these craft blocks. I also found a company in China that can produce them. We improvised on it and made the best variation of them. But because I didn't have the money or the sales or the marketing to set that up properly, the company that I was producing with in China created different variations of them, gave them different names, and started selling them on Amazon as well. Freaking stole my product, made me livid. But what can I do? Like, at the end of the day, it's my fault. Also, even if I did patent it in the United States, patents of the United States don't apply to patents in China. So the craft block, I love that things. I have a bunch of them, but because I wasn't buying the minimum capacity that they want me to buy, they just completely bypassed me and started selling them direct under their own name on Amazon and everywhere else. There's a few construction there's a few fitness products I want to create that don't, as far as I know, they don't currently exist, that can be produced for fairly cheap, that are really cool for bodyweight fitness, that I don't want to say too much now because freaking everything I say gets stolen, but they're going to be in high demand because it actually is a good thing. And like, I wish I had this thing to work out on and it could be bought for cheap. But it doesn't exist anywhere to buy. Like, I can't even buy it if I wanted to because it doesn't exist. So I want to create a few of those things for bodyweight fitness that I can sell, that I can put on my thing. But see, anytime you're dealing with production, you run into all these issues. Patents, people stealing your ideas, going to factories, all this stuff. So if anyone has any advice on how to enforce all this stuff so it doesn't keep getting stolen from you, even patents, they cost, from what I know, a good patent lawyer is going to charge you $10,000 to $15,000 to patent an idea before you produce it. Again, that's money you have to save up and all this stuff, but perhaps that's what I'm going to do, is produce a patent for these new ideas and learn from my mistakes, so that anybody who makes iterations of that and sells it in the US, I get paid a royalty fee because it's a new product that doesn't exist yet. So my mind is a very engineering type mind that always like is thinking of new ideas and new things to create. Again, 2 of which have been created that you guys have seen before, probably on my older videos that I've discussed them. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to create new stuff, and I know fitness app might be very useful, but I can't imagine providing any new information that doesn't already exist out there. But I like creating something new that has never existed. Like, that gives me very deep joy on a very deep level, that I've created an original thing in this world that has not existed before I came into this world. And now, as a result of me being here, I created this new thing. Now, the problem for me has been capitalizing on it. So I haven't capitalized on it because I haven't found a way to capitalize on it, because it keeps getting stolen from me. So hopefully, God willing, this time I will learn from my mistakes and do it a little bit differently and do it better. But who knows? But yeah, if I do make a fitness app, how would that be any different from all the apps that currently exist? Do you have any ideas of recommendation for me on the fitness app? Whoever, Berg? Man, I don't know how you stay positive with these animals that stole your ideas. I would be very angry and hungry to succeed and prove them wrong once again. I mean, yeah, but how? Like, what, you want me to go to China and kill the person that stole my idea? Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, I'm very limited on what I can do in this situation. So, like, as angry as I am, and as disappointed as I am, and I freaking was like, I was never depressed about it, but like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just at a loss. You should create more on stretching the antagonist muscle. Find a partner, man. This is the path. Like a business partner. I mean, I'm putting this information out there. So if you guys know somebody, partners, like, I'm very distrustful of partners because I'm very distrustful of partners. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm very distrustful of people in general. Because technically those were I have had several business partners. The Bucket Saver idea was produced with a partner. The Craftix World idea was also produced with a partner. But the partners, it doesn't, it's a gamble. Having a partner is always a gamble. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end the stream. I have another channel called Fortress Plays and a Twitch account. I'm gonna stream me playing Fortnite on there, and we can chat while I play, because I have 2 screens up in my office, and I can play on one screen while reading comments and answering them on the other screen. So if you guys want to continue this conversation, we'll do it there. I can relax my mind a little bit and play and just whatever, because I have actually I don't know if I'll do that. I need a little break from talking so much, is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna go have a protein shake and maybe come back. You know, when they say about business partners, I can do things you cannot, you can do things I cannot, together we can do great things. That's what they say, but like, people are so volatile and unreliable, and it's very difficult to predict. Hey, Kim. It's very difficult to rely on someone who can, like, when it comes to profit and money, people get very greedy. And then there's miscalculation on how much each person puts forward on the effort. So one person can put in very little but think they expect way more for what they put in, whereas another person can put in a lot and get screwed over. And that happens a lot. And it's very difficult to gauge that and really figure that out and find somebody who will be on the same page with you on everything, because someone always gets screwed over on those deals. And I mean, number one thing I've heard from most business owners is do not get a partner. Like, most business owners that have had partners all say you don't need a partner. So I'm just gonna take their advice, you know what I mean? So it's tough. Sometimes you just have to figure it out yourself. And if you really need a professional, you need to be able to earn enough through your business or through savings or whatever, that you hire a professional to work underneath you to help you accomplish those goals as an employee who gets paid for their effort directly, instead of a partner. Because partners, they renegotiate everything all the time, or they try to. A real associate, or like an employee that you hire to figure out certain parts of the business or certain things that you need to get done, they get paid for their job, they get paid for doing what they're doing, and nobody's worried, because you agreed on a salary, they're getting their salary, everybody's happy. Then you don't have to deal with all this stuff. And if you can't hire an employee, that means you have a financial problem you got to solve before you even start thinking about opening a business and all this other stuff. You try doing it alone and it's stressful and frustrating. It's going to be broken dreams. It's even more stressful and frustrating with a partner, trust me. And if they're hardworking, they're going to need they're going to want a huge chunk of the company if they're putting in their huge chunk of the effort in. And if you're not putting in much, if you're putting in 10%, they're doing 90% of the work because they're more experienced. They're going to want 90% of the company. It's just how it works. So everything is proportional to where you're at. And if you can't figure out how to make it work, and you just give up early, then you're just not meant for it, is what I'm going to say. But if you are meant for it, you're going to figure out a way to make it work. Yeah, USA is the best place for creating products. I agree. It would have been so much worse if I lived in like Russia, I would imagine. Your best partners are going to be your kids. I don't know. They say don't work with your family. I mean, that's always the dream, right? You're doing stuff with your kids. All right, guys. Yeah, Brazil. I don't know much about Brazil. make me want to be better. Shrugs, lunges, and leg raises are coming along well. That's nice, muscle man. Thank you all for joining me today. God bless you all. I'm gonna hop off right now. I have no friends and enemies, only competitors. That's hilarious. All right, I'll see y'all next time. До свидания. Спасибо, что присоединились. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I don't know. Join my Discord. On Discord, I publish if I do streams that are not... If I'm doing a stream that's not scheduled, if I'm just doing a random stream or I'm doing gaming or whatever, I usually announce it on Discord. So if you guys want to join me there, download Discord on your phone or something. It's an easy app. Make a free account. Nothing's paid. And you'll just receive notifications anytime I post something. It'll just send you a notification. Or if I start a stream, it'll send you a notification. But bye, guys.